What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Mike's Gourmet Kitchen. In today's episode, we are making our own fresh pasta. The pasta we're going to be making is fettuccine, but this method can also be used to make raviolis, any type of other pasta that you can think of. So the ingredients we're going to use is all-purpose flour, because in this video, a lot of people are saying use tipo, 00 flour, so forth. We are using all-purpose flour. Reason being is everybody's got it in their house. You probably use it for baking, all sorts of stuff. So we're using all-purpose flour, 600 grams, as well as 6 large eggs. Let's get cooking. Okay, so we've got our flour. Let's start off with adding our 600 gram flour to our board. Okay, perfect. So what we're going to do now is add a little hole to the middle. This is where we're going to be adding our eggs to. Do yourself a favor, while you're busy doing this, it does tend to get a bit sticky. Keep some flour aside or even some water just to dip your fingers in, or to sprinkle some flour wherever you're working so the dough doesn't get too sticky while you're busy working it. Okay, let's start off by adding our eggs. So we're using 6 large eggs, and as you can see, these eggs are nice farm fresh eggs, pretty large in size. We'll go ahead now and add them to our mixture. I'm actually breaking the eggs into a separate bowl. I've had the incident where it happens that while you're busy breaking these eggs open, whether you're making pancakes or whichever, there tends to be a rotten one in between somewhere. And you don't want to tempt fate, mess up all these lovely ingredients just because of not selecting one perfect egg. The last 2 eggs I'm just going to keep aside. As we're moving along with our mixture now, we'll actually go ahead and add more eggs to it. Now you want to use your fingers to gently start moving it around until it gets a sticky consistency. Okay, we'll grab that flour that we said earlier we're keeping aside. I'm just going to dust my hands. Because, on this show we actually show you what happens behind the scenes. We're not some experienced Italian ladies that do this every day. We're actually doing this for, it's like the 6th or 7th time I'm actually making pasta dough. So, let's get it all together into a nice ball and start working it off. During this process now, you want to work the dough till it's not sticky anymore, but nice and springy. You want to pull it, twist it, turn it, roll it, knead it, hit it with your fist if you want to, whichever way. Just work it for a few minutes till it's nice and springy. Okay, Our dough's all sorted. You can see it's nicely rolled out. There we go, perfect. So what we're going to do now is we're going to let this dough rest, and we're going to pull it and wrap it with some cling film, put it in the fridge for 30 minutes. Okay, here we can see our dough nicely rested, perfect. We're going to unwrap it now, dust it with some flour and start running it through our pasta maker. Other thing you could do is you could just roll it in your rolling pin, make sure your surface is dusted nice with some flour, roll it out into nice thin sheets, just a little bit thicker than a credit card, and then you can cut it into strips and cook it right away. Or alternatively, you could refrigerate it for 2 days, or you could freeze dry them and use them for later. Let's get to rolling. It's out. Give it a nice dusting of some flour. I'm not gonna pound on it too hard. I'm just gonna massage it slightly. Pasta maker I'll be using is this beautiful Avanti pasta maker. It simply clips in and out here. You can adjust your settings on the side between 1 and 9, with 1 being the thickest setting. So we're going to split our ball in half, start feeding it through, fold it over till we get nice square sheets, until we can feed it through these cutters here and get it into fettuccine. Alternatively, if you're doing this by hand, roll them out nice and thin with your rolling pin and just use a knife to slice them. Alright, I'm going to split our dough in half and let's get to rolling. We're going to keep on doing this, fold it over a few more times, dust with some flour if it does get sticky, feed it through a few more times. As you can see, we're getting these nice long strips. I'm going to roll it down on one more thinner setting before we feed it through the fettuccine maker. And there we have it. Our beautiful looking pasta. I don't want to stretch it too much. You can see it's getting a bit thin. I can almost see my finger on the other side. Now let's feed it through the fettuccine side. And there we have it. We've got these beautiful strands of fettuccine pasta. Now you can go ahead, add this to some boiling water. Make sure, if you wanted to, you could have added some salt to your dough when you mixed it. But for me this is ideal. I'm going to hang this on a drying rack now for about an hour or so before I use it for some dinner later. And there we go, all done. But that's going to be a wrap for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm not going to taste these, they are pretty raw. It's not my style. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do me a favor please, if you do like the content, drop a like down below, comment and subscribe, and hit the bell icon too to receive updates on future videos. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.
Hold up.